Mark, that was a great interview that we just had with the Rotary of Mount Laurel.
I learned so much about the Rotary Club. I had no idea how little I actually knew about the Rotary Club and what they do.
You know what, man? And you know what? You're not the only person. A lot of people don't know what Rotary does.
Yeah.
But it's such a good give back. If you're looking to give back on stuff, it's a good give back.
Yeah, and if you need, again, if you want to find more information, just Google Rotary Club, and like the main website for the Rotary Club of America will give you all that stuff. Check it out. Check it out.
So moving on, we have a great. Our next guest is Nick Sampson from Cherry Hill Aquatic Fitness. Did I say it or just Aquatics?
Cherry Hill Aquatics.
Cherry Hill Aquatics. Okay. No, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You know, okay. What is? I know it has to do with water because it's aquatics, right?
Makes sense, right?
So what is it?
We are. First of all, I have the raspy allergy voice.
So do I.
That's all right.
We're all suffering.
We can all do Godfather imitations.
We're all on the same team. It's all good.
Yeah, Cherry Hill Aquatics. We're basically an indoor swim instruction facility. So we cover everything from 6-month-olds who are just learning to get used to the water, all the way up through adult lessons who maybe never have learned how to swim before. We do triathlon training. We have kids that do competitive swimming. We have kids that have never stepped foot in the water before. So it really encompass pretty much anything learn to swim oriented over there in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. So.
Do you guys host like different teams and
we
outlets
do.
like that?
Yeah, we have our own swim teams that we have, and we can talk about those. They range from ages 5 all the way through high school. We also do developmental teams for maybe kids that haven't tried it before but like to get into it, but a little scary for them. So we do a lot of those type of things as well. We have a high school team that competes. We also have some competition type teams that go out and they meet store in the wintertime and everything.
So these are almost in addition to like the school programs that you have.
Absolutely.
You guys have
We
your
have our own-
teams.
correct.
That's very
We have our
cool.
own in-house team. From about September through May, they basically come in from 6 o'clock to 10. Our pool's rocking.
That's very
30,
cool.
35 kids at a time are coming in here, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and everything.
I don't think people realize how big swimming
It's
is.
huge, especially in this area.
And,
Huge.
and that's like a misnomer is that people are like, oh, it's swimming, whatever. Well, it's actually really popular because it's probably the best workout that you could get.
Right.
It just there's nothing better than the resistance of being in the water. It's a great
Absolutely.
workout.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
Yep.
There's so many great advantages to it, and it is so much more popular than people give it credit for. And I think that what you guys are doing over there is really going to lend to even more popularity. Why don't you talk about some of the different things that you guys do there? We touched on it briefly off camera, and I know that we have some really big things that you're doing that we want to talk about coming up. But what are some of the little things that you guys do? Do you guys host like swim parties or anything along those lines?
We do, everything else that really we encompass. We absolutely have birthday parties. We're available to rent if you want to do an indoor birthday party. Having that indoor pool during the wintertime is huge.
That's really cool.
And this Cherry Hill area, Mount Laurel, Voorhees, all over the place. I mean, there's so many outdoor clubs that really. That's what sparks all the interest in swimming around here.
Right.
Every neighborhood you go into, there's some type of
There's a
outdoor
swim club.
There's a swim club.
Yeah.
And that's the thing to do in the summertime. Is
Absolutely.
That swim club. So having the indoor pool, those kids that really get into it and want to kind of keep that going, that's perfect for us because we get those kids. So absolutely, we do birthday parties, we do lifeguard certifications, things of that nature.
That's great.
We host different events. We've hosted things for firefighters. We've hosted things for organizations. If you want to come in and have a pool party or do some type of rescue training type of things, we do all those kind of things. The main thing we do basically is our private lesson program and our swim teams. There are two kind of things that most of the people that come into our facility would be using.
It's a really cool thing to know, though, that like for a kid's birthday party, that's available.
Absolutely.
Because there are facilities out there that I feel like when the kids have a party, they go to the same places over and over again. I'm not going to name them, but being able to have a pool party as a kid, opposed to I had one of my birthday parties that I remember I had at like a fast food restaurant. Right, I loved that party at that time. Right, that was like my favorite thing in the world. I was the king for the day. I won't tell you which one I went to, but being able to have that alternative to be able to go to have a swim party, that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool.
Exactly, and we kind of cater to everybody.
Say I'm just a regular guy and I just want to go for a swim. Can I come and?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a 4-lane pool. Okay, so we do have memberships available during the day. Hours are a little bit weird. It's not necessarily like a full fitness center that would just offer a complete membership whenever you want to come in.
Right.
Just because of our swim team programs and our lessons. We
It's
have
a
to make
time.
sure-
It's a time and
it's a time,
space thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a time and space thing. That's with any pool you go to, really.
Right.
Even inside the gyms. But yes, absolutely, we have some people that come over just to do some swimming. We have a couple guys right now that come over. They're military guys that do some training for the military and things like that. So absolutely.
That's really cool. So before we go any further, I want to let everybody know where you are.
Yeah.
So you're right on Springdale Road.
Right off of Springdale Road. If everybody knows where the Discovery Museum is and JDR Shoe Warehouse.
Yeah.
Actually, they probably know more the shoe place more than anywhere else. But back in that industrial complex back there, it's the old Aquatic and Fitness Center. That's where this program actually started. We were just kind of a swim lesson program within Aquatic and Fitness Center. Recently, because of some changes with the building and some other things, we've been able to kind of branch out on our own, and now CH Aquatics is the name of the program. But it's the old AFC. If you guys know where the old Aquatic and Fitness Center is, that's where we're located on Springdale.
Well, what's nice about it is that it's really easy to find.
Absolutely.
I mean, Springdale Road is really everything. All right, I don't want to disparage anybody, but all the important stuff is between Route 70 and Church Road.
Yeah, Church, right? Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So you can't
You know
miss
Cherry
it. It's
Hill. You
easy
know
to find.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know where we're at if you know Cherry Hill.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's really easy to find.
Exactly.
And that's a really good advantage. So, you talked a little bit about some of the like training programs you guys have there. So, I'm getting ready for I don't know, my summer job, and I need to get certified. I can come to you,
Absolutely.
and you guys offer those types of programs.
Whether you're being, we have some people that come in for lifeguard type things. They need to get ready for the summer. They need to get their lifeguard certification. I have somebody that does that for us. We also have people that, within our private lessons that we do, that kind of lets me mold the program around what you're looking for. So a lot of people will come in and, maybe they don't need their lifeguard certification, but maybe they're going to go work at a camp, and they have to themselves be able to pass a swim test in order to be a counselor or something like that.
Right.
So with those private lessons, yeah, of course we can teach young kids to learn how to swim that have never done it before. But also if you come in, hey, I kind of can swim, but I've never really done that in the deep water before. I need some help with my breathing. We can kind of mold something around for what you're looking for as well.
So there's like personalized, individualized training.
We do everything as personal as possible. There's a ton of swimming places, and you know what? They all do great jobs, and people have different philosophies on everything. We try to make it as small and as one-on-one as humanly possible. If you guys have kids, but if you've even worked around kids before, you know that kids and adults, every single person's different. You can have twins that are completely not even the same person.
Of course.
I think sometimes with kids and adults, we put these programs out there that are kind of cookie cutter, and we try to get the kids to mold
fit into there.
And sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes kids learn differently than ways. So with private lessons, with private instruction, we're able to kind of mold those things around whoever's in front of us. And if what we're working on day one and we have on our list for day one's not working, then maybe that's because we need to go to day two first.
Right.
And then that'll give them the confidence to go back to the day one thing. So
Right.
we're constantly doing those kind of things, but that's what allows us to be able to kind of mold our program.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to be right back. We have to go to commercial break, pay some bills. We'll see you in a minute.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856-262-1717, extension 203. When you think of RV, think Alicia Kelly.
That's Nick Sampson, and we are talking about the Cherry Hill Aquatics. Man, I had no idea that all of this was going on over there at Cherry Hill
Yes, sir.
Aquatics. It sounds like an amazing facility, and you guys are about to embark on a really amazing thing. Now, we talked a little bit about it off camera. We're going to tell everybody about it right now. And this is a national program that is going to be supported by, again, on a national level,
Correct.
to educate people about pediatric safety in pools.
Yeah, infant. It's called ISR, Infant Swimming Resource. Again, national program, like you mentioned. It's been in existence for about 50 years. It's just kind of making its way to this area. We're proud to be the first club in Camden County that actually offers it. And what it is, again, Infant Swimming Resource. Basically, what it's doing, it's teaching self-rescue skills to kids as young as 6 months old. Literally 6-month-old kids are teaching. What happens if those kids reach the water alone? You know what I mean?
Right.
We were talking off camera a little bit. There's some crazy statistics out there, and not to use scare tactics, but it's jarring. The amount of drowning and things like that goes on with infants, especially. And what's a little more disturbing about it is, if you think about times when when you're a kid and your family's around water, it's usually when you're doing leisure type things. It's when you're relaxed. Whether you're down the beach or you're at a lake or you're on a
Hanging
boat
by the pool,
or hanging by
yeah.
the pool, it's this relaxed environment, and that's when these tragedies happen, because I think you are a little bit sometimes relaxed.
Your guard is
Your
down.
guard is down, exactly. So what ISR does, it teaches kids. First of all, the first group of kids we would bring in, about 6 months to about a year is your average. It teaches them that if they were to hit the water alone, okay, it teaches them how to go underwater, how to get their breath, how to rotate onto their back, and actually float to the top of the pool or lake, wherever you're at, and sit there unassisted, breathing and relaxing until help arrives. And kids are doing this at the age of 6 months.
It's going to be amazing to watch.
It's if you watch a video on it, it's incredible.
I can imagine.
The next group of kids we were bringing in, anywhere from about a year to about 6 years, a little more mobile kids. Again, it's survival swimming. They come in, if they hit the water by themselves, again, they're underwater. They know how to catch their breath. They do a swim sequence. When they need air, they come up to the surface, rotate onto their back, collect their air, go back under, and they swim. And they'll keep this sequence up until they've either hit the side of the pool or until help has arrived.
Right.
But it's incredible. These infants have this innate ability to do this that these instructors know how to tap into. The certification these instructors go through is intense. I mean, it's a national program. And it's not our instructor, Sarah Neal. She actually was a mom who had, again, spent a lot of time with her kids down the shore and things like that. She actually did the program for her kids. And then once she went through it, she went, wow.
Every kid needs this.
I need to do this. And she actually does this for a living now.
That's great.
But it's not just her. Again, it's a national program. Even before you actually come to the facility and start the program, there's a team of medical professionals that research your child's history, make sure there's nothing there that we need to have cause for or the instructor needs to know about. And there's not just the child safety. There's also, they also teach the parents as well. Parent acknowledgement of what's going on. There's a lot of child psychology involved in it. So it's really an unbelievable program. But like we talked about, that for parents who either have a backyard pool or like to go down the shore, or have a
Or
boat
go to the swim club,
whatever. The ability to be able to turn your head for
a second,
and sometimes that's all it is. A second, a minute, to be able to do that and feel confident that your child will be able to be okay is you can't.
It's priceless,
You can't put a price tag.
and I think that we're in a situation where obviously every loss of life is sad, but I feel like we hear so often about kids drowning.
Mhm.
It's the #1 killer of kids. If you think that it's something else, it's not. It's drowning. And the thing about drowning to me is that in most situations, it's avoidable.
Correct.
And what this program is doing is, I think, amazing work
Yeah, very
to
excited
try to save these kids. I mean, look, I'm sure it happens all over the country, but I remember specifically 2 stories last summer that came out of Philadelphia. Just a hot summer day. Parents were there. And again, turn their heads for a very short amount of time.
Right.
And their lives are changed forever in a negative way
Correct.
because these kids aren't prepared for those situations.
Absolutely,
How can people find out more about that program?
Well, first our website. If you can remember CH Aquatics, you kind of have all our stuff down. CHAquatics.com. You can email me at swim@chaquatics.com. See what I did there?
Yeah. All right. I was gonna let that go. All right, Nick.
Also, the ISR, for a ton more information, if you go to isrsouthjersey.com,
Okay.
you can find out about our instructor Sarah and about the national program that exists. That's how you would actually register for the program.
And
as
I
well.
can see the videos on that site as
Absolutely.
well,
YouTube
right?
videos, there's pictures and everything.
And that's going to give you the most impact when you see the videos of the children
Absolutely.
actually doing
Yep.
these life-saving techniques.
Yep.
You'll be convinced. Trust me. So that website again was.
It's the ISR website is isrsouthjersey.com.
Check it out.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, and just real quick. So, what's the ages again? You can start this.
We can do it as young as 6 months. As young as 6 months, these kids are doing this. So typically for the floating, it's 6 months to about a year, and by really up to 6 years old, we really can do this. Your normal swimming lessons, it's a good question. People always ask me, like, when should we start swimming lessons? And to your point a second ago, as soon as I usually say, really 2.5 is normally when a traditional swimming lesson
Right.
would take place, developmentally speaking, when they can start to do some
They
of the
can
the
walk a
stroke,
little
exactly.
bit,
They can
yeah.
do the stroke techniques. They know how to move their elbows and things, but their back's strong enough. But I usually tell people, listen, once your child sees that water and goes running towards it because they want to be in it, that's when you should call me.
Yeah.
That's when we need to figure something out. So this program that we have that can start at ages 6 months and teach these vital skills. Again, this is survival.
So I was gonna say this is survival.
This
right?
is survival, correct? Yeah, this is not teaching lap swimming or how to do proper freestyle or anything like that. This is survival training, perfect for people, like I said, that have those backyard pools or anything like that, just to make sure they're safe. They're doing self-rescues, basically.
Yeah, and it's an affordable program. It's not a situation. I mean, think about the cost of losing someone you love, right?
There's
So
no-
honestly, I could say it's an affordable program very safely,
Right, exactly. Yeah.
because no matter what it costs,
Exactly.
it's worth it, right?
Right.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna be right back.
Extra Innings is the nation's premier indoor baseball and softball training center, featuring indoor batting cages, 7 multi-use tunnels, and training rooms. Extra Innings can provide professional instruction, private and group lessons, and the best year-round clinics. Along with a nationally recognized pro shop that features the latest and widest selection of equipment and apparel, our experienced staff can provide you with the right instruction and help you find the best equipment for your ability and budget. Extra Innings, where the game never ends.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to give a sub some sizzle, this is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show has been sponsored by Farmers Insurance in Voorhees, New Jersey. To protect your assets and the people you love, call Mike Skoranek, your local Farmers Insurance agent, at 856-336-2553.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Because accidents happen.
Accidents happen, and usually accidents happen when they're closed. So they also teach the program, before they actually, graduate from the program, they have them do it fully clothed. So,
That's pretty cool, man.
yeah, so they'll
Great.
do that, and then, but if you watch these videos, the kids go underwater, there's no panic on their face, there's no, they cry, but the reason they cry is because they're alerting, they teach them to alert. They're doing as an alert type of thing.
Right.
As they're sitting there calming, just floating, they're alerting somebody of what's going on. So yeah,
Because we have we have a picture of a little.
yeah, we had some
infant,
fun with it. She's got some little.
She's floating, but
Yeah.
she's floating like she has real control.
I was just gonna say, you can see how relaxed she is. We were able to
Okay.
put some sunglasses on her. So.
Cool. So, what I want to talk about next is, okay, we've got the survival. Now swimming.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys teach swimming lessons, correct?
Of course, yep, absolutely. Swimming lessons are we doing pretty basic. They're for all ages, whether they're we have a 2-year-old or an adult. We can teach swimming lessons. Again, the private lessons that we touched on. Typically speaking, we do them for about half an hour, usually about once a week. Kind of fits in everybody's schedule. We do it a little differently in that, again, it is one-on-one. We have about 20, 25 instructors that teach swimming lessons. I like all of them to be different, and we already talked about it. Every kid's
Right.
different, so I better not have the same exact instructor.
Right.
I need some older, I need some younger, I need some mean ones, I need
Right.
some softies.
Right.
You know, we need a little bit of everything. But we do private instruction. You know, we don't use a type of syllabus or a type of checklist or a level system by any means, because again, you try to pigeonhole these kids into
Right.
doing a certain format.
Right.
It doesn't work, and a lot of times the parents will spend a lot of money because their kid can't get past.
Step
Well,
three.
step
What's,
three.
what's the
Right, right, right.
basic? What's the basic swimming technique? Is it the breaststroke?
Freestyle.
freestyle.
Yeah,
Is that- I
freestyle.
mean,
Yeah,
I-
freestyle
That's
would be
the
your
regular
best. Yeah.
over.
And that's a nice thing about private lessons too, because really we can kind of mold them around whatever you're looking for as a parent. You know, if you bring your child to me and listen, all you're worried about is, hey, this summer
Just want him to
I
swim.
need my son to get his badge. All his friends have their swim badge. I need my son to get a swim badge.
Right.
Great. Then we'll tailor the lesson to making sure we do all those things to get a swim badge. Some parents come in and say, hey, you know what? This is what my child wants to do. They love to swim. I want him to know all 4 strokes. I want him to know how to do side breathing. I want him to know all these things. So we'll teach him that. And then my instructors, I like to hire instructors that are, you know, kind of great with all ages. Of course, I have some that are just good with 3-year-olds and not so much with high school kids. But if I can find an instructor that can teach a 3-year-old the same as he does a high school student, that's their period. And my instructors, I can't say enough about them. They're, like I said, I have some of the top quality people around, in my opinion. And that's why I hired them. But,
Yeah, but the bottom line there is any age can go and
Any age.
and take swim lessons at Cherry Hill Aquatics.
Absolutely.
That's a really
And
amazing
they're private.
thing.
I try to be, you know, especially in this area and really everything we do, I really try to be as catering as possible to schedules. I think that's, if I had to say what our niche is, that's probably, I sometimes painfully, you know, try
Right.
to figure out schedules, and Jeannie Gray, who's our swim lesson coordinator, you know, if you call me and say, hey, listen, I'm available anytime, I work from home and I can bring my child, she's homeschooled, so whatever, great, love you.
Right.
But you know what, if you have a crazy schedule and you have Wednesdays at 5 o'clock, and that's what you have, then because I do private lessons, I can try to.
You'll figure out a way. You're trying to be as accommodating as
And
possible.
if you do groups, sometimes it's, okay, well, my lessons are Tuesday at 6, and if you can't make that, unfortunately, not much I can do for you. But
I
doing
know,
private classes,
I know that we're getting close to running out of time, so I want to throw you a curveball real
Yeah,
quick.
sure.
So we got the Olympics coming up in a
Yep.
few months.
Yep.
Does Michael Phelps come back and win again,
It's
or
got to, right? That's the swan song.
is there more? Is there more competition though? I mean,
Well, there's always more. Swimming blows my mind only because you look at these times these guys post, and the difference between Michael Phelps and the guy that didn't even make
the next guy.
the guy that didn't even make the Olympic, the guy's not even on the team.
Yeah.
Is seconds, sometimes not even seconds.
Right.
So the training these guys go through is unbelievable, and you know, we do swim teams as well, and these kids train. That's what we got to remind these kids of, like,
Right.
effort, because look at the difference between being the greatest swimmer of all time and not even making the squad.
Right.
It's a couple
Yeah.
seconds, not even sometimes.
Right, and that's a good. It was, you kind of segued into a really good thing, is that you guys have travel swim teams
We do, yeah.
at Cherry Hill Aquatics. It's a very high level of competition.
We
It's
do.
not just. It's not your typical swim club type team.
No, what we try to do, and the difference with swim teams we have, you know, look, again, ton of swim teams out there that are really good at what they do, but swimming, like a lot of specialty sports nowadays, it's 6 days a week. You have to sign up for the full entire year, and that's great. But you know what? When I was a kid, I was a multi-sport child. I played everything, and I also took piano lessons, and I
And most kids
I
are
did
like that,
everything,
Nick. That's
you know?
how. That's
So to me,
being well-rounded.
Right, exactly. And I feel like I'm a well-rounded adult sitting here because
Right,
I did
because
those,
of that,
Because
right,
of that. So
right.
what we try to do with our swim teams is, I want to make sure I have somewhere for kids that love to swim. I want to make sure I have something for them. If you call me and you're that hyper competitive kid that wants to do meets because you want to win the races and everything, I want to make sure I have that for you. But if you're also the kid that, you know, in the fall I play baseball, or soccer, in the fall I play baseball, in the wintertime I don't do anything and I love to swim, I want to make sure I have something for you too. So we do 6-week sessions. We don't do year-round stuff. We have some people that do year-round. That's great, love you. But
Right.
we do 6-week sessions on purpose because if your kid plays baseball and soccer or cheerleading or dance, they should do that. They're kids. They're 8 years old. They should
Right.
do that.
Right.
They come to me when they have some time. We do 3 days a week, and if you can't do 3 days a week because of schedules, give me a call.
Right, we'll
talk,
figure
and
figure
maybe,
something out.
Maybe I can do 2 days a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're pretty accommodating for that kind of stuff, but that's our kind of philosophy with those teams. I want to make sure, with the world of specialty sports as it is today, I want to make sure we allow for that, but I also want to make sure we allow for kids who maybe just want to do it just because they just like to swim.
I think what we've gathered over the last half hour is that if there is anything involving around the water or the pool, Nick is going to be able to guide. It's going to be able to help you out. I mean, but really, I'm not trying to be like flippant or whatever. I'm just saying, like, you guys offer so much there that I don't think people would expect.
No, that's,
right? I mean, I've never heard of a facility like that, to be honest with you, that offers so many. So many similar but different services, right? I mean, it's really a cool thing.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you, because that's really what, when we sat down and designed this, is really what what I said from the get-go is, if a parent calls me, no matter what you tell me your child's like, age-wise and temperament-wise, and I hate using skill, but skill level-wise, I want to make sure before we leave the phone, I offered you something.
Right.
I have something that you can do here.
Yeah.
And if I don't, then I'm not doing my job.
So the best piece of that is that we want to support people who are doing great work like that, right? So he's saying to you that he's going to do everything he can to make you happy. So let's make him happy and give him a call. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look into that camera right there. And give all the information you want to give.
Sure,
Facebook
absolutely.
pages, websites, phone numbers.
Yep.
You got it.
Remember chaquatics.com. That's fine. All the information's on there. My contact information's on there. You can email me at swim@chaquatics.com. Our phone number, which I still thank the phone company for, it's 856-888-1856. Not much easier than that.
Wow.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, the whole thing. So again, chaquatics.com, and everything you need is pretty much on there.
Check them out. Well, CH Aquatics, Cherry Hill Aquatics.
CH is Cherry Hill, yes sir.
It's the same joint. So go over there, check them out. Nick Sampson, thanks so much for being here this morning, Nick. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back on the Radio Vision Network.